Welcome to another episode of Father and Son Workshop. Today what we're going to be doing is replacing the rear brake pads on the Mercedes E-Class on this one here. Rear brake pads are low on it. It's a quick and simple job, and see how we get it done. I ordered the brake pads off eBay this time. I normally order them off M-Tech Brakes, but I just needed them quick. M-Tech does take a week for them to get them to you, but these seem pretty good pads. So I've got the 4 pads and the brake sensor as well. So we're going to replace these now. Okay, first thing we've got to do is jack the car up. There's the brake pads. As you can see, it's just very low, but although the sensor light hasn't come on, brake discs are okay, bit grubby because the car hasn't been used for a very long time, but we'll just replace those pads now. Right, in order to remove this, you need to take this retaining clip out, and then behind here there are 2 bolts, sliding bolts that make the piston go in and out. These 2 bolts, one there and one there, and the cap comes off. The cap comes off, and there should be an Allen key inside it, and there it is. Just need to undo it. Right, that. Safety retaining clip. I'm going to leave that one in there for now because I have to push the piston back. And there's the pads. Still had a few miles on it, but better change them. I've been told by the MOT people to turn them. Right, now to push the piston back. Piston. I like to open up the reservoir on the front, the brake fluid reservoir, so that lets the pressure out easier. So let me go and do that. Right, so I've opened up the reservoir on the front, and I'll take the brake pad out because I've got a different tool for this now, but I'm not going to get it in there. How strange. You can see the piston going back. Just push it far back as possible. Right, that's all the way back. Like that. Right. So, but what we need to do is apply a little bit of grease. This is brake grease, so it's very high melting point. And what happens when your brake pads heat up, they start vibrating and give you a squeaky noise with the other part of the metal. The grease will stop that. So basically where you're applying the grease is to this part here, to these parts here. So when this part sits, when this part will sit inside here, the grease is around there on the edges. And so when this pad heats up, this is not hot as the pad, and then the metal friction makes your brake squeal. So that's where you should put grease on the top and bottom. Right, now these slide bolts as well, they need to slide in and out of there, so make sure they've got a slight bit of grease on them as well. Not a lot, again, just a little bit, just to help it go in and out easy. Normal grease has a low melting point, so that they will melt and they'll go all over the place. So better to use a high melting point one like this. So at the moment we only jacked one side up, so it was okay, but we're going to jack the other side up now. We do for safety, because the front brakes only work by a foot, so make sure you've got some wood on both tires, bricks or something, so that when you jack both sides up, if it's on a hill or anything, it stops it from rolling. Yeah, but 3 tires or on the ground, it'll be all right. But my son said he wants to do the other side, so said okay, so make sure your front wheels are locked in. Right, this one is quite hard. It looks like it's not been undone for a long time, so push the piston back. You need to also check your reservoir, because this car's had the brake fluid being topped up on the car. You can see now it's overflowing, so now I've got to take some fluid out because it will push it out, and there's a way to do that, so I'll go and get it. So I've got a little pipet. Yes, it's going to take me a little while, but it's got to be done. So you will see that when he's pushing it, the fluid will come up. There you go. Look, if you can see the fluids coming up, that's the pistons being pushed back. Okay, stop. So, got to take more of it out. Up there-ish. Okay, can we cut the clamp off now? I can take this out now. Yeah, got to clean it. Got wires up.
done.
That's it, all done.
Put the wheels up and some copper grease there as well.
Yeah, but we're gonna,
And
and the sensor.
I'll show the old one.
Yeah. Well, that's the old sensor. That's the new sensor. As the pad's had a bit of wear on it, the sensor hasn't been worn, so you can really use that. But since I've got a new one, I'm going to use the new one, and I'm going to put it in. You can see the brake pad sensor goes into that disc there, and then I'll just get connected. But what I also like doing, can you get some WD-40? With these connections, they go through a lot of rain, water, weather and everything, dirt, dust, crap. I like to spray a bit of WD-40 in the connectors, so it just gives that extra fighting chance, really. So I sprayed a bit of WD-40 just from that hole there. Then put this connector in. There we go. Okay, that's in. Also, I forgot to mention it when we grease up the brake pads. Obviously, we pushed the pistons back, so we got play on our calipers, yeah, like that, as you can see. But that will sort out once we put the brake. But you need to put some grease in between this pad and the caliper itself. That's also where it's going to be causing the friction and stop the squeaking. But I'll go and do the other side. Right, so now you can see there's a gap in the brake disc, so I've got Ajit, he's going to press the brake and it should, and there we go again, yeah, again, yeah, just keep on doing it, that's it, again, and there we go. If you see, the pedals have gone hard and that's tight as well, so that's all in its place. And the fluid in the front now is, well, there's a level, but it is just a little bit high, but it's low in there. That'll do now. That'll be all right in there. And that's your brake pedals done, or rear brake discs done. Right, this next bit is completely optional, but since we've had the back wheels off, thought why not? So we're going to clean up the inside of your wheel arch and then put the wheel back on. picture. And that's and that's how I do my rear brake pads. Thank you for watching. Alright, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you again on our next one. Thank you.